She gave that sucker the, let's just, one more time. Kelsey's coming in with the, let's get alleged dildo off the court, please. And nailed Sophie Cunningham.
After or before every single game, like saying good luck, like da-da-da, you know? And my mom, I'll send it so everyone can see this. But my mom, she goes, instead of like my good luck text, she goes, watch out for flying dildos tonight. My parents.
My God. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Seriously. So that wasn't the only thing she broke the internet on. How about this? And Caitlin Clark actually responded.
A WNBA star, a flying object, and millions buzzing online. But here's the kicker, this isn't the first time it's happened. What went down at Sophie Cunningham's game, and why are dildos soaring through arenas? Stick around, because this story only gets more absurd. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. You know what's wild? A flying dildo interrupting a WNBA game. You know what's even crazier? This wasn't the first time something like this has happened. During a game Sophie Cunningham was playing in, out of nowhere, this object hit the court.
So, what's hilarious is, Sophie said her mother, and I did not see this part of her podcast, warned her about this.
My parents and my sister, they literally text me.
Lexie Hall and Sophie Cunningham trying to get a brand deal with a swimsuit company, and Caitlin Clark's in the comments. Hilarious. We are off to our game tonight. Convince us, quote, focus on basketball. Oh, this is literally the reason they lost. My God, they weren't focused. No. So a lot of people chimed in.
Fans in the arena were stunned, and players stood frozen in disbelief as security scrambled to deal with it. Sophie was mid-play, focused and locked in, but as soon as she saw what had landed, her face said it all, shock, a little confusion, and maybe even a smirk. Did she just laugh at it? Probably. She's got that kind of personality. Now, this wasn't an isolated incident, it was actually the third time some fan decided to throw a similar object onto the court during a WNBA game. 3 times. That raises a ton of questions, but the big one is obvious: why hasn't the league done more to prevent this kind of chaos? It's not just embarrassing, it's a safety issue. Fans love how accessible the WNBA players are compared to other pro leagues, but situations like this take fan interaction too far. Cunningham later joked she might start wearing her helmet to games, but she wasn't the only one reacting. When her post about the incident hit social media, it absolutely blew up. The memes were endless. Within hours, her mentions were flooded with everything from highlights of the moment to some creative photoshopping. And Sophie? She leaned into it. Her response, a clever, who brings a dildo to a basketball game? Asking for a friend, was pure gold.
Watch out for the flying dildos tonight. YouTube, you going to demonetize this video too? They demonetized the first deal to the dough video. Seriously, I can't help that this is in the news. By the way, the "this did not age well" tweet to her "stop throwing dildos" tweet has got 10 million views on it. I'm telling you guys, Sophie Cunningham has got monstrous reach in this league now from a popularity standpoint. It's big. It's real big. So, of course, I had to chime in.
But get this, Sophie's mom actually warned her before the game about something like this happening. Imagine that text: "Honey, watch out for dildos tonight. Love, Mom." Real talk, can you even prepare for that? As ridiculous as it was, it turned into pure PR gold for Sophie. Her tweet racked up millions of views, turning her into the relatable player fans couldn't get enough of. This was more than just a viral moment, this was her big breakout. But there's more to unpack. What does it take for the league to get serious about moments like this? Let's talk ab. Imagine this, one of the most bizarre interruptions in sports history turns into a career boost. That's exactly what Sophie Cunningham managed to pull off. What started as a flying dildo sidelining her game quickly shifted into one of the most talked about moments in WNBA history. Instead of burying the awkwardness, Sophie flipped it like a pro, making the internet her stage with a single tweet. "Stop throwing dildos on the court," she posted, and just like that, her wit turned the incident into a viral sensation. 10 million views later, she wasn't just a player anymore, she was a personality everyone wanted to follow. But the craziness didn't stop there. Sophie's growing popularity introduced her to a whole new audience. Her Instagram and Twitter blew up with thousands of followers who weren't just WNBA fans but people who couldn't help laughing along with her. Suddenly, Sophie wasn't just a player known for her hustle on the court, she was a figure people genuinely related to. And this is where things took an even stranger twist. Her collaboration with Lexie and a potential swimsuit brand grabbed headlines next. If her social claim to fame started with a flying object, her next move cemented her place in the spotlight. Of course, not everyone was celebrating. Caitlin Clark jumped into the conversation, saying, "Swimsuit brand, please. Focus on basketball." That comment echoed a bigger debate about whether off-court branding was taking attention away from the game itself.
That this is something that's literally going on right now. So earlier today, or actually last night, Sophie made another comment. "No way that thing actually hit me. I knew I shouldn't have tweeted that." Lexie Hull and Sophie Cunningham sharing a moment in their swimsuit. And of course, Caitlin Clark chimes in, "Swimsuit brands, please." 10 million views. Look, if I share something on Twitter throughout the year, in a 1 year time span, I might see 3 things that's got 10 million views on it all year long.
Sophie, on the other hand, proved it didn't have to be one or the other. Her humor and authenticity made her someone who could attract both basketball purists and casual followers wanting to see more of her personality. And then, her podcast hit the scene. In the first 2 hours of her latest episode, she racked up 25,000 views. For someone who just became the talk of the league through sheer absurdity, it was proof she could hold the spotlight and build influence. What Sophie's doing here isn't just about laughing off an embarrassing moment. She's channeling it into something bigger, new fans, new opportunities, and new expectations for how the WNBA markets its players. But this also underscores a bigger issue: how does the league deal with unforgettable moments while still putt?